clothing and those aren't present at all in the poser reference. But just like we did with the female characters, hide the sketch and just shade on top of the poser reference. Once done, hide the poser reference and bring the sketch back to the front. Continue on to size the shade until it fits back into the sketch lines. First, we want to erase the shading areas that wouldn't apply due to the clothing overlapping the body. We also want to add shading where it is missing and then apply some on the clothing itself. Again, because there is a solid reference for the light source, it shouldn't be too hard to figure out where the shades are supposed to go. With clothes though, you can simply keep in mind that usually the fold areas are shaded. Continue to adjust the opacity on the shading layers until you are happy with the look of them. Make sure they're not overwhelmingly obvious, as you'll want the sketch to be more prominent than the shading reference. We can now save the files. I want to create the line art for the background separately from the characters, so I save each as a separate PNG file. And that's it! In the next video, we will be moving on to Illustrator and start on the line art. Thank you for listening! Hi, and welcome to Mastering Fantasy Design with Poser in Illustrator. My name is Nas Peters, and in this video we are going to take a look at the tools we will be using in Illustrator. Much like with Poser, I won't be using that many tools in Illustrator, focusing on a specific set and using them throughout most stages. While I will be explaining how I'll use these tools in the following videos, the reason I am listing them here is so that if you aren't familiar with these tools, you can take a look at the tutorial links I provided along with this course and get a more in-depth grasp on them. Let's set up the document first. Go to File, New, and the dialog window will open. Because the sketches have all been drawn in A4 landscape-oriented files, we want to create the same file in Illustrator so the sketches will fit in perfectly and we won't need to resize anything. Give the document a title if you feel like it, and then make sure the size has A4 selected. Underneath this, you'll notice orientation options.